Hi, welcome back, Firsties. Today we are going to be learning about another animal that lives up north in the Arctic where it's super cold. Let's go ahead and dive in now to learn more about polar bears. Hello, polar bears. Polar bears are big bears. They live in cold and icy places. Do you see how cold and icy it is here? They have thick fur. It is white, just like the snow and ice. And you see the way they blend into the snow? Let's turn the page. White polar bears have black noses. Polar bears use claws to walk on ice. That makes sense. Otherwise, the ice would be too slippery and they would keep slipping. So their big claws help them grip in the ice below them. Look how cute and big their noses are, too. Do you see this animal here? I know that animal with long tusks. That's a walrus. Do you see the word here? Walruses. Let's read it now together. Start up here on the left. Polar bears eat meat. They hunt for seals and walruses. That means that this walrus is part of the polar bear's diet. Let's go learn some more about polar bears now. Baby polar bears are called cubs. Cubs live with their mother. Adults live alone. So bears are a little bit different, and only the mother stays with their cubs to raise them. Other than that, once you are an adult in a bear, you live alone. You're isolated. You do not live with a group or a family. Let's go learn some more about polar bears now. It says here polar bears like to swim. They watch for seals to pop out of the water. What is your prediction? What do you think they are looking for the seals for? Why are they looking for them? Goodbye, polar bears. And there the polar bears go back to their home on an icy day. And here's a picture of a polar bear right now. You can see the different parts a polar bear has. It has ears, it has eyes, it has a snout. A snout is like its nose. See, right here, its nose, but it's the long part here. It also has teeth, and you see its long canines here? That's for eating meat. They also have 4 legs. At the end of each leg, they have a paw. And at the end of their paws, you will see large black claws. Remember, that was to grip the ice because it gets slippery. What you're looking at is a diagram. In a diagram, they use that in nonfiction text to help you learn. And this was a nonfiction text about polar bears. You can also see they gave you a close-up of fur, so you can see what their fur looks like if you were to go up close to it. Let's see what else they have. Oh, at the end of a nonfiction book, they usually give you the words to know in a glossary. So these are the important words. Claws. Those are curved or pointed nails on the paw. So just like your nails, but they are for other mammals. They're pointed, and they're at the end of a paw instead of a hand. Here's our other vocabulary word, fur. Fur, that's the short, hairy coat of an animal. And walruses, ocean animals related to seals that have 2 long teeth called tusks. And if you wanted to read more, it gives you some other books to know and websites you can go to learn more about them. You can also click here and go to see some live polar bears at the zoo now on a polar cam. So if you were to click this, so make sure if you are doing Epic that you go and check those things out. And it says here is an index. If you wanted to go find these important words, you know which page to go to. If you want to learn more about their claws, you go to page 11. If you want to know more about their cubs, which are baby bears, you go to page 14. If you want to know more about their fur, you go to page 8. If you want to know more about ice, pages 7, 8, and 11. And if you want to know more about their noses, page 11. Seals, page 13 and 17, and snow, page 8. Swimming, page 16, and walruses on page 13. They also have some more books here if you'd like to learn about some more things that are nonfiction. That means real things, not make-believe. Then you can finish the book. The great thing about Epic is sometimes you'll also see some tests that you can take to go with a story or discover some more books that you would like to learn more about. So now we read our story. It's time to respond. Get out your read and respond notebook. Mine is pink. Yours might be a different color. It doesn't matter as long as it has this binding. Go ahead and get yours out and find your next open page. Last time, I wrote I would not like to sleep in an igloo because it would be too cold. Today we are going to be talking about how and what you would need if you were an animal living out in the ice. So if you were an animal, what would you need to stay warm? Each of you should have received a steam bag, and inside of it, you should have an animal. This animal you will be building a house for tomorrow. Look at your animal. See what animal you have. What would that animal need to stay warm in the cold? If your animal was trapped out in the ice like that polar bear, what kind of home would you build for that animal? So we're going to start our sentence. I would build a home for my animal with, and then you draw a picture with it. So capital I, we're talking about ourselves, space, would, W-O-U-L-D, would, build. Do you hear the beginning sound? B, B. Yeah, that's the letter B. B-U-I, old. Yeah, L-D. I would build a home and notice it's the long O, and there's that silent E making the O say the long O sound, its name, home, H-O-M-E, for, F-O-R, my, M-Y, my, animal, An, A-N, I. Do you hear that letter? Yeah, the letter I. What letter is that? Animal. A-N-I-M-A-L. Out of. Out. O-U makes the sound of ow. Say that with me now. Ow. Out of. Looking at your animal now that you are in charge of caring for, what would you make a home for them out of? If you were in the ice, what kind of home would they need to stay safe and warm? Look at your animal now and decide. Remember, spelling doesn't count. Then draw your picture of your animal staying warm in the home you've built for it, for the ice. I can't wait to see your stories and your pictures tomorrow. Bye, Firsties. Make sure you copy your sentence first. If you need to, you can pause the video and copy it or re-watch the video. Bye.